So thank you so much for joining us to kind of give us the lay of the land and conditions in Rockwall County. So what have you seen since, let's go back to Friday when all of this kind of kicked off?
So since Friday, I feel like we've been very fortunate. Our only real impacts that we've seen in Rockwall County has been to our transportation infrastructure, specifically our roads. Roads, got icy on Friday. Since it hasn't been above freezing since then, we're still seeing a lot of ice on our roadways.
Have you guys experienced like a lot of calls for service or emergencies?
Thankfully, we haven't. Everyone's been very good. They've been staying home, and which is really helping out all of our state, county, and city crews that are out there treating roadways and trying to do their best.
Now, of course, Jarod, we don't get a ton of winter weather like this here in North Texas. What has the experience been like just for you guys to try to keep operations as normal as you can in weather like this?
So we've been working and coordinating calls within Rockwall County with all of our cities to make sure that everyone's getting the most up-to-date information that they can, and that any resource requests that we're receiving from the cities are we're filling at the county level.
So, talk to me about your operations now to get some of this snow and ice and sleet that's been freezing and refreezing off the roadways so people can move around again.
So the operations really have been, like I said, with County Road and Bridge, uh, providing sand treatment on top of the ice. I know our cities have a lot more resources available, and so they've been out there uh, plowing. I passed a city of Rowlett tractor that was clearing ice off of the roadway in front of a local hospital, and then putting granular material on top of it after that.
How much does that coordination really help?
So the coordination is very beneficial, and it starts early. And so as soon as the National Weather Service starts predicting that we're going to have winter precipitation, that's when we start coordinating with all of our cities to make sure that everyone is on board and knows, hey, that this is a possibility, so they can start preparing their city plans, and we can start preparing our county plans. So that way, everything's just running as smooth as it can.
I know for us, the biggest advice has been stay home, hunker down, stay off the roads. Do you feel like folks there in Rockwall County have heeded those warnings?
Yes, I think that thankfully a lot of our citizens have been heeding those warnings. I know the first night after it really got icy, I called both our county and our city dispatch locations and asked them, hey, how many accidents have we had? And we'd only had two accidents throughout the entirety of Rockwall County on that first night. I did get out, drive the roadways a little bit on Saturday, and there were a couple of vehicles in the ditch. But like I said, thankfully, all of our citizens seem to have been heeding the advice of staying home if they could.
You guys experienced a lot more accidents since Friday?
I don't have that information.
No worries at all. Now, we should get above freezing sometime tomorrow, but I mean, obviously, your crews, teams there have been working, I mean, almost around the clock for almost a week now. How are you keeping them up? And are you guys ready for a break yet?
I think everybody is definitely ready for a break and ready for the above freezing temperatures to take a break.
Last one I really have for you is what would your message be for folks there in the county as we're in the, we hope, down swing tail end of this winter weather?
So my message for everybody is I know everybody's probably getting a little bit of cabin fever. We've all been cooped up for a couple of days now, but please, if you can, continue to stay off the roadways. Follow us on our social media and on the Rockwall County website, where we're trying to post all of the up-to-date information on road status and closures, and also our emergency alerting system. Our county residents can subscribe to that by texting RCOEM to 888-777.
Anything else you feel like is really important that you wouldn't want us to miss?
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much for taking the time.